of such persons who is confused and do not know when to use question tags after a declarative sentence or statement. For example, isn't it, weren't they, did not they, to mention but a few. In this video, I will be teaching you how to use question tags after a declarative statement. See you after the break. Hi, my name is Udwakitim Samuel. You're welcome to Writers and Speakers Community with Udwakitim Samuel's channel. I am a speech and writing literacy expert for beginners and advanced learners in English language. I'm also a creative writer and a book editor. I'm a book project consultant, author's coach, and a content manager. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to use the right question tag after a declarative statement. Are you ready for this? Then let's get started. Question tags are declarative statements that are true. When we say declarative statements that are true, it means that these statements are based on facts. For example, green is a color. You would notice that this statement is true. Now, what we need to know about question tag is that question tags are used to turn a statement into a question. They're often used again to check information that we think they are true. Now, how do you form question tags? Question tags are formed from auxiliary verbs. That is, you can either form a question tag from the verb to be or from the verb to have. And again, question tags are also formed from a subject pronoun. Okay, so that's it. Now, one thing again that you must take note of about question tag is that question tag has a rule. You cannot just wake up and form a tag to a particular statement the way you like it. We have rules and principles that are forming the formation of a particular tag. And we will take rule number 1. The first rule says that when the main clause in a statement is negative, the tag must be positive. I take that again. When the main clause in a statement is negative, the tag must be positive. Let me illustrate this by writing on the board. Okay, we say how to use question tags. How to use question tags, and we say number 1 says what? When the main clause in a statement is negative. Okay, the key word here is negative. The tag must be positive. Let's take example to see what we're saying. Example number 1 is the weather is not, remember, friendly today. Remember to put a full stop at the end of the complete sentence. Okay, so it says the weather is not friendly today. Look at rule number 1 says when the main clause in a statement is negative, the tag must be positive. Now, what makes a question or a statement negative is simply by the use of the word not, N-O-T. So when you see the word N-O-T in a statement, it means that the statement is negative. Okay, now it says that the tag must be positive. Now let's form the tag. The tag is going to be, now look at this, simple, right? The weather is not friendly today, isn't it? The weather is not friendly today. Okay, you cannot say isn't it again. Remember, here, N-O-T has already made this word what? Negative. So the tag must be positive. So you would remove the word. Look at this. Some people make this mistake, okay, by using isn't it again. The weather is not friendly today. Is it would be the right tag. Remember, this is the tag. Okay, so is it becomes the tag. I'm reading the statement again. The weather is not friendly today. Is it? That would be correct. The second rule says that when the main clause in a statement is positive, the tag must be negative. When the main clause in a statement is positive, the tag must also be negative. Remember I said what makes a statement to be negative is simply by the use of the word not, which is not. Okay, so let's illustrate this on the board. The second rule says what? When the main clause in a statement is positive. Look at that. The tag must be negative. It must. Look at the use of the word must. M-U-S-T. Okay, the tag must be negative. Okay, let's take an example. Mary was here today. That's a statement. And remember, there's also first stop at the end of a statement. Now we're going to form the tag. Look at what the rule says. It says, when the main clause in a statement is positive. It's positive. The tag must be negative. Okay, now the correct tag would be, wasn't she? Okay, look at that. Mary was here today. Wasn't she? The reason why the tag is negative is simply because the statement is positive. If you look at this statement, you would not see the word not. So that makes this statement to be what? To be positive. And so the tag is negative. Mary was not here today. Mary was here today, wasn't she? So that would be very, very correct for you to say, Mary was here today, wasn't she? Now the last rule that is guiding the formation of question tag says that when there is an auxiliary verb in the statement, the tag is formed using that same verb. When there is an auxiliary verb in a statement, the tag is formed using that same verb in a sentence. But when there is no auxiliary verb in the present, past, and simple of that particular statement, you use either the word do, dos, or did. I pronounce them do, does, or did. We're going to illustrate this using a sentence. Okay, rule number 3 says, when there is no main verb, okay, in the statement, what you should do is simply use the word do, dos, or did. Okay, now we're going to use examples so you can understand this perfectly well. Example 1 says, they live in London. That's a full stop. They live in London. Now, if you look at this statement, you would see, you cannot say living they. It would be very, very wrong for you to say that. Okay, so when there is no past, present, and simple of the main clause, what you use is either the word do, dos, or did. Okay, they live in London. We cannot say do they because the statement already is positive. So the tag that we're going to form for this particular statement is going to be negative. That is because the statement already is what? Is positive. So we say the correct tag would be, don't they live in London? Don't they? Okay, you can see that and you understand what we're saying. They live in London, don't they? Remember, you cannot say living there or something because of the main clause here. Since there is no past, present, or simple of the word live, what you simply do is use either the word D-O, D-O-S, or D-I-D, and that is the example that we're illustrating here. They live in London. Don't they? Don't they? Okay, we're going to take another example to further illustrate what we're saying. Welcome back. Okay, remember we're saying rule number 3 says that when there is an auxiliary verb in a sentence, you use the same verb in that statement to form the tag. But when there is no auxiliary verb in the past, present, and simple, you use either the word do, dos, doors, or did, did, to form the tag, just like you're making a normal question. And now we're going to take example number 2. And example number 2, as I'm going to write on the board, says, he went to party last night. He went to party last night. Okay, remember to put a full stop because this is a statement. He went to party last night. If you look at this statement, you would see that the statement is positive and not negative. Why is it positive and not negative? It's because there is no not, the word not, in this statement. So that means when we're forming the tag is going to be what? Negative. And you cannot say he went to party last night. Went in here. Some people make this mistake. So let's try to avoid this mistake. He went to party last night. The tag is going to be what? Did not he? Okay, look at this. He went to party last night. Did not he? You cannot say went in he, please. Did not he? Now, the third example that we're going to take is that he did not go to church. He did not go to church on Sunday. He did not go to church on Sunday. Okay, look at the statement. The statement is what? Negative. Why is it negative? A smart person could tell it is because of the word not here. This makes the statement to be negative. So that means the tag for this particular statement is going to be positive. He did not go to church on Sunday. Now the tag that you're going to use is the word did he? Did he? Okay, look at that. So that is it. Now you understand and you know how to use question tags after a declarative statement. Isn't that awesome? I bet it is. In the next class, we will be taking names of letters of the English alphabet and silent letters. Names of letters of the English alphabet and silent letters. Meanwhile, if you like this video, do not forget to click the subscribe button and do not forget the bell just below this video for more videos. Once again, I am Samuel, and until next time, bye-bye.